everybody? Oh, it's crazy today. We're making all kinds of soap, but we're doing experiments too for y'all guys and for me, because I gotta learn. So, got my goggles on, got my gloves on, even if I did rip a hole in one of them. And we've got our stuff ready. Now, let me tell you what we've done so far. We have 2 batches of the Kim's, hopefully the most wonderful, awesome recipe in the world for cold processed soap. And we have heated this, took 10 to 12 minutes in the microwave on defrost to melt the coconut oil and the shea butter. Now I'm putting the castor oil and the olive oil in here straight, so that's going to bring the temperature down. We are going to soak cool today, as I promised. It's a lot more trouble and a lot more work. So Bridget, let me give you that one because we're going to need these back, I think. And you get that cleaned up for me. And then now to our defrosted oils, we're adding the same thing because I'm doing 2 batches. This is our castor oil and our olive oil. I'm going to call out the recipe to you, but I really wish you would go back to video 1 and start with it and then work your way through the series because it really helps you understand what's going on better. Here you go, Bridget. All right. And so now we have the oils. By adding the olive oil and the castor oil to that helps to bring these down in temperature because we want them really close to 80 to 90 degrees, something like that. All right. Now, this is activated charcoal and glycerin. I put 2 tablespoons of glycerin in here. And then I put, 2 tablespoons of activated charcoal. And then I put just enough glycerin to make it like this. Okay? So I'm going to do an activated charcoal. So this is 2 tablespoons of the mixture. It's leaving about 2 tablespoons left after that. And I'm putting that over here so it'll be ready when we need it. Then on this one, we are going to use, I need another tablespoon. Do I have one here, Bridget? Or are they over there? Gotta be washed.
I have a teaspoon and a TEA spoon.
You got a tablespoon?
Just this.
What about the one we use for essential oils? Bring me that one. I guess we've got everything dirty. Oh wait, no, I found one. We got more in the back. I just keep so much up here at a time. All right, so here is 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of our orange, and you'll have to go to the video before this one to learn how I made that. I'll try to have a link. I'll have a link to the video prior. I'll work it out. I'll put it in the description in some way. So we have 4 tablespoons of that colorant in the bottom of that pot, and I've reduced the oils by the liquid oil by 4 tablespoons for this batch. Okay, so now we have our colorants ready in their pots. We have 2 extra pots, and we have the pots that our oils are in. Okay, so now we're gonna make up our lye. Okay. The other was so much easier. But we gotta find out what makes the best soap. That's what's important. Okay, so we're gonna tear that out and get my water. And I'm gonna call out the recipe to you. Whoop, didn't tear. Oh, I went over. had somebody recommend that I cut my water down a little bit, but I'm not ready for that yet. I did it with the olive oil soap. Okay, so there's one. Let's tear again. Okay, there's two. So that's our water. And then we'll get our lye. I have to look how much I'm supposed to have. Remember to shake.
They're both too hot.
Okay, thank you, Bridget.
You're,
Are they unplugged?
yes.
Okay.
Well, one of them is.
Unplug both of them.
Make sure.
Oh, I'm an ounce off.
Yeah. Both of them are unplugged.
Oh, now I got too much. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to put my lye in. Firm grip on the handle. And a little bit of lye stayed in the container because I had used this prior, and so the remnants of lye that was on the cup was absorbing water, and that made it moist in there. Okay. I swear, I somehow did something wrong there. Okay. Tear that. I was like trying to stay away from it, and I brought it into myself by accident. Okay. All right. Put my lid on immediately. Keep it from having an issue. Pour my lye in, and I'm doing a full dump today. I'm not breaking it up in two sections because it's gonna have time. I've got plenty of time to stir and see to it and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take my lye tray and get it out of the way. I don't have to worry about lye being dripped on the floor or anything like that. I've got our two things here. So now I've got a great big pot. And I just unplugged my scale. This is melted some. So I'm gonna have to break it up to get it out of there. A dear friend recommended using a tall pan like this. Gotta be careful not to drop any ice in the lye. Okay. Put that back in the freezer. Whew. Blah. Okay, so we have lye water cooling. We need to get it down. They say it takes about 15 to 20 minutes. So back to what we're up to. So we have our orange color, our black color with activated charcoal. We have 2 extra pods if we need them. We have our 2 batches. I need a thermometer. Do I have one? I do. All right, let's see what temperature we're at. We got to be careful for our coconut oil and our shea butter not to start hardening back up. And the pouring of the olive oil, the room temperature olive oil and castor oil into the defrosted shea butter and coconut oil help to quickly reduce the temperature. Okay, so we've got perfect temperature of 80 degrees here, so that's ready to roll. I'm going to read you off the ingredients of Kim's favorite recipe for cold processed soap, hopefully the most awesome in the whole wide world. Okay, it is. Now, I'm going to give it to you in a 1.5 pound batches, okay? And then you can multiply those according to how many pounds you wish to make. 7.2 ounces of olive, 5.28 ounces of coconut, 1.12 of castor, 2.4 ounces of shea butter. Your water is at 6.08, and you can reduce that by, I think, 1/2 ounce and be safe, but I'm still new to that part of it, so that's up to you. But I did reduce one of my recipes by 1 ounce, and I came out okay. Lye is 2.15. Okay, so water 6.08, you can do 6.10, and lye is 2.15. There's more discussion on this. I've got a video coming out pretty soon, I think. I don't think it's already came out yet, about me doing this recipe on the soap cow so that you can see how I created it, I think. And I also go over the details on the grams and the different things like that. And in the I think in the second recipe, I go over the grams and a lot of things like that so that you can understand more details about this recipe. So please go back to the beginning of the series and make your way through the videos so that you don't lose anything that you need to know. And the first series of the videos, we're doing the hot lye method for cold processed soap, and now we're soaping cool. And so we are at 135, so we still got a ways to go. And so I'm going to bring you back while I decide what fragrance I'm putting in these soaps. Hey everybody, okay, so we've got our colorants, this is our batches, and we know that these are solid. They've not started hardening in any way. They're still very liquid. We know they're at least 80 degrees. On our lye, I'm checking the temperature on that now. We've passed 80. Okay, we're at 85. And they told me 80 to 90 when I was asking advice on cold processed soap when it comes to soaping cool. So that's where we're at on that. And we'll get our ice out of the way. Okay, so the activated charcoal one, and I'll need an extra pot, I think, with this one. And then this is everything we need for that one, along with this. Whew, almost lost that. So this is for this one. We've got our activated charcoal. And on our activated charcoal, we're going to use Essential Depot's Tobacco Vanilla fragrance. This is going to be a man's soap. All right, so wish us luck. We're soaping cold. We've got Make it happen. Okay, I'm not worried about bringing it to trades. I can't, I'm worried about making sure it's blended. That's where I'm at. So, and I'm not fully blended. I can see a few swirls, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my fragrance in. And I put 2 ounces of the vanilla tobacco. Now I'm going to do it with power off, and we are much, much, much thinner. We're definitely thin. Okay, now I can see nothing swirling up here that tells me that it's not well blended. So now I'm going to mix. I'm going to pour out some of my soap into the activated charcoal bin. I'm sorry that I don't have 2 cameras. Make sure you're wearing your goggles and your gloves, of course. It says. All right. I have a tub of hot water right here. And my nose is itching. All right, so now I'm going to take my bin, and I think I'm going to get to do something I've never done before. So I'm going to pour the non-colored soap in here. And now I'm going to bring you up here to the front. Okay, because we have soaked cool, we have very big, major, serious fluidity going on. So like I'm able to like totally pour streamers of the activated charcoal soap in there. It's totally cool. And I need a spatula, and I didn't bring one over here. I've got some over here, Bridget, on the counter. And so I'm like streaming that in, and now I know I'm in your way, you can't see, so we'll get the rest of this soap and do the same thing. So I mean, you know, it was a lot of trouble. I mean, it was a pain. It really was. It was a total pain soaping cold compared to soaping hot. And when your design doesn't require, you know, is cool with maybe not having this much going, this fluidity thing, you know, I mean, it's not that big a deal. So I'm going to try just doing figure eights back and forth. And then I'm doing some swirls on the top. I don't want it to look too feminine because this is a man's soap. Oh, now we get to see what it looks like tomorrow. Are you excited? I am so excited. Isn't that totally cool? But it is, isn't it cool? Okay, so now I've cleaned up around the edges, and I just wanted to show you that because I forgot to. And if you don't, you can get drag around the sides when you flip it upside down. So I cleaned up my sides. Now I'm going to cover this up with towels and blankets, and we'll see what it looks like in 24 hours. been making soap, and I know you've just watched my video. I don't know what it was. It might have been a caving video. It might have been a soaping video. It might have been a metal detecting video, or it might have just been some silly video I made at Lowe's. Who knows? But I have some links for you. Check them out. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please hit the like button. Let me know I'm doing stuff you like, or stuff you'd like to know, have me do, or stuff you don't like I'm doing. I could change, you know. I'm not too old to change. You can teach this old girl new tricks.